Hello there, Part 2 fifth graders. This video, we're going to take a look once again at how to do a proof, how to solve for a variable in a complex equation. Now we're going to work through two different equations. I recommend that you watch them both. You're also going to notice that I've pulled up a Google calculator. For this unit, feel free to always pull out a calculator to check your work. I use it a lot. We're really looking for, can you get that variable all by itself? So if you ever need to pull it out just to double check your work, feel free to. All right, so we're going to look at this first equation. It says p plus 45 minus 14 plus 8 equals 102. And our goal today is we want to figure out what number the variable p is. That's what we're trying to figure out. What is P? That is our question right now. Now, with a proof like we learned yesterday, our goal is to try to get P all by itself on one side of the equal sign. Without it, we don't know what that number could be. It makes it very difficult for it to be anything. So we want to get it all by itself. So what we're doing is we're shifting things from one side to another. And how we shift them is we do the opposite. So if I look here, I see that I have P, I have this number 45, I have 14, and I have 8. These are all the different things, and I have 102 over here. Those are all the numbers we're working with. So let's get to work. First thing I want to do is to move this 45 to the other side. Well, in this side of the equation, we're adding 45. So with our proof, if I want to get rid of it on this side, I have to do the opposite. So I'm going to subtract 45, because if I have 45 on this side, I subtract 45, then I have 0, I have nothing there. But whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So in a proof, I'm going to put that minus 45, I put it directly under on this side where I'm taking it away. And then I also write it on the other side. Now with the proof, we rewrite our equation. So if I got rid of this, I still have the P. I still have, that's a really terrible P. I still have minus 14. I still have plus 8. But now on the other side of the equation, I have 102 minus 45. Now we're going to try not to do any of our combining till the end, just so that we don't lose track of our steps. I'm going to switch colors. Now we do our next step. Well, I'm just going to go right down the line. The next thing I want to move to the other side is this 14. Well, on this side, we're taking away 14. So if we're taking away 14, and we have to do the opposite, so we're going to add 14 on this side. If someone took 14 things away from me, and I give them 14, or they give me 14 things back, then I would have nothing left. Boom, whatever I do on that side. If I added 14 there, I've got to add 14 on this side. And let's rewrite our equation. We still have our P over here. We still have our plus 8. But now this right side of the equation is getting bigger. We have 102 minus 45 plus 14. We are shifting things over. We almost have P all by itself. Last thing we have to do, we still have this plus 8. To get rid of it, we do the opposite. So we minus 8. We minus 8 on both sides, which now if we rewrite the equation, I have P all by myself. P equals 102 minus 45 plus 14 minus 8. We did. We got it all onto one side. Now we can do the math. Now we can actually combine those things. So we had 102 minus 45 plus 14 minus 8 gives us 63. So what does P equal? Well, P equals 63. Now, you may be able to skip some of these steps, but I really want you to work on this proof. doing one step at a time, solving that proof. Because as we get to really complex equations, knowing how to do a proof is going to be extremely important. So even if you can skip steps, don't today. I'm looking for that proof. All right, I'm going to leave that page. We're going to go to a different one. All right, here's our next equation. It says 107 minus x plus 18 equals 61. That means we're trying to figure out what is x. All right, well, let's get rolling. We can do a couple of different things, okay? Now, I could take 107. I could take x and move it to the other side, or I could skip over it and do the 18. It really doesn't matter. I think I'm going to choose to take away the 18. So if I have plus 18, to get rid of it, I subtract 18. Subtract 18 on this side, that gets rid of that. Now I rewrite my equation. 107 minus x is still on this side equals 61 minus 18. Now, this is where this equation gets a little bit tricky because of the fact that with subtraction, we have to keep them in a certain order. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do here. All right, I'm going to actually get rid of the x and move the x to the other side. Sometimes we have to move an x to one side and then shift things back. It's all like a puzzle. So I'm going to switch colors. I've already used that blue. Let's use purple. All right, so if I need to move x to the other side, if I'm taking away x, I'm gonna add x. Boom. I add x to this side. So if I take a look at my equation, I've got 107 equals 61 minus 18 plus x. All right. Now I'm actually going to do a little bit of combining. I'm going to combine these two numbers together. Or what I can do is I can shift. I can do a couple of different things. So I'm going to shift, actually. I changed my mind. So now I've got to move this 18 back to the other side. All right. So if I have minus 18, I'm going to add 18. If I add 18, I got to add 18 to this side. So my new equation is 107 plus 18 equals 61 plus x. All right. Now, if I think about this, now I have addition on both sides. And with addition, it doesn't matter which way we do it. So if I have a positive 61 here, and I'm taking, because 61 plus x is the same as x plus 61. So if I want to get rid of this 61, I have to subtract 61. I subtract 61 from one side. That means I have to subtract it from the other side, giving us a new equation that looks a little bit something like this. All right. So I still have the 107. I'm going to write it up here because I'm running out of room. Plus 18 minus 61. And now I've got x all by itself on the other side. All right, so sometimes we have to shift things back and forth and back and forth. So now I actually do the math. All right, 107 plus 18 minus 61 gives me 64. X equals 64. All right. So you're going to get problems that kind of do both ways, but don't give up. This is hard stuff. It's not supposed to come super easy to you. So keep trying. Think of it like a puzzle you're trying to figure out. All right. Good luck to you, and I will talk to you in a little bit.